The biggest Spanish show on Netflix, Money Heist, has finally been released for its final episodes. But the question still lingers, is there a possibility for a sixth season? Money Heist Part 5, Volume 1 ended on a cliffhanger, with many still wondering if the character of Tokyo is dead, and if yes, then who's going to narrate the series in the second volume? If you haven't watched the second part already, you can expect nail-biting action, non-stop twists and turns, and an unforgettable ending. However, the show's second volume ended quite nicely, and it doesn't suggest any cliffhanger. The professor's heist crew has successfully taken home the gold, escaping the Spanish authorities. There's still a lot that can happen from there, but it could also just be a merry, happy ending. But of course, fans want to know. So, will there be a Money Heist Season 6? I guess we'll find out in this video, but before that, we are warning you for some spoilers down the road, and if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more videos like this. Alright, here we go. Money Heist, also known as La Casa de Papel in its original Spanish title, is a film directed by Alex Pina that follows two heists that are meticulously planned by the professor, played by Alvaro Morte, and unreliably narrated by Tokyo, played by Ursula Corberó. They must follow their predetermined plan while holding people hostage and interacting with law enforcement officers and other security personnel on the job. Money Heist found a record-breaking audience around the world. Its popularity increased at a level that Dali's mask became the most representative icon of the show. Originally, La Casa de Papel was intended to be a 15-episode limited series on the Spanish television network Antena 3. Netflix acquired the global streaming rights to Money Heist in late 2017 and released the show under the title Money Heist without launching a formal marketing campaign. Despite this, the two-part series quickly rose to the top of the streaming platform's non-English language series chart in early 2018, with the majority of its viewers hailing from Europe and Latin America, according to the company. This resulted in Netflix officially renewing Money Heist for Part 3, which went on to become one of the most popular shows in the streaming service's history, regardless of language. According to the creator and executive producer Alex Pina, it was difficult to generate the next season because of the exploitation of the characters. We made over 2,000 minutes of fiction with two heists. I think we've exhausted some of the characters' emotional arcs and their arcs of transformation, Pina said. We've told a lot, and I think it's a good time to stop. It's a very climactic season, and I think it's always better to leave sooner rather than later, Pina continued. Money Heist quickly gained international acclaim, owing in part to its distinctive costumes worn by the robbers, which included Salvador Dali mask and red jumpsuits, among other things. In this way, they could not only be seen on social media, but also on football stadiums, advertising banners, and even street murals, among other places. On the other hand, there were some negative reactions to the show, with some critics pointing to Money Heist's influence as a potentially dangerous symbol of rebellion. Without a doubt, the crime drama was renewed for 2 additional seasons, with the 5th season being split into 2 volumes. But will Money Heist Season 5 be the series' final season? On December 3, 2021, Netflix released Money Heist Part 5 Volume 2, which may have left audiences wondering if there'd be another season. It was announced in July 2020 that Money Heist Season 5 would be the series' final season, which was a sad turn of events. This was also demonstrated in the trailer for Money Heist Season 5 Volume 2, in which the words, "The world's greatest heist," comes to an end. They were interspersed with scenes from the series that were both intense and dramatic. Viewers from all over the world took to the internet to express their delight at the show's conclusion. A number of people have commented on the emotional roller coaster that is Money Heist Part 5 Volume 2. While others praised the film's flawless conclusion and expressed their wish that major Money Heist characters who died had lived to witness the team's triumph. So does this mean that our beloved series Money Heist is actually over? While Money Heist would come to an end with Season 5, it would not be the end of the series' universe created by Alex Pina. Money Heist spin-off Berlin, whose real name in the film is Andre de Fanolosa, will be the subject of a Netflix original series that will premiere in 2023. Several months before the release of Money Heist Part 5 Volume 2, Netflix already tweeted a confirmation of a new series titled Berlin, with a release date of 2023 as the year of release. Despite the lack of concrete information on the plot and characters, the spin-off is almost certainly a prequel, as Pedro Alonso's character Berlin died in Money Heist Part 2 before the spin-off was announced. Perhaps his life before the first heist at the Royal Mint of Spain would be explored, particularly his personal relationships with the women who worked for him at the time. But what could Berlin be about? As is obvious, the upcoming series will center on fan favorite Berlin, Pedro Alonso, aka Andres de Nafolosa, aka the professor's brother, who will also appear in the film. Beyond that, however, very little is known about the series. As a result of Berlin's death in Part 2, it's safe to assume that this new installment will not take place after the conclusion of Money Heist. However, there are still a plethora of stories that the series can explore. Andres and Sergio were born into a family of thieves and criminals, as revealed in the final episodes of the series. What did that look like when they were kids? And what did their first heist look like before they became known as the Professor and Berlin? In this episode, we learn more about Rafael, played by Patrick Corrado's mother, and how she fit into this whole situation. These are the kinds of questions that we're hoping Berlin will be able to answer. At the moment, the series is looking at a 2023 release date. Considering the fact that Money Heist had a fairly predictable release schedule, that timeline seems achievable. There's always the chance that worldwide events could delay things once again, but we're hoping that won't be the case for this anticipated spin-off. So far, only one cast member is confirmed for Berlin, and that's Pedro Alonso, who will be playing Berlin in the new series. But considering Morty's comments on how Season 5 is a decisive end for his Money Heist character, as well as his current high-profile gig on the Prime Video's The Wheel of Time, we're not holding out for cameos from the Professor and his allies in the Berlin spin-off. But never say never. Morty, who spoke at a press conference to mark the release of Money Heist Season 5 Part 2, explained that the show's cancellation was due to issues with the narrative and quality control, rather than a lack of viewer interest. Despite the fact that Money Heist fans were clamoring for another season, the show's conclusion came at the perfect time. During an interview with Metro, Alvaro Morte, also plays the Professor, expressed his agreement with this by stating, "The show's coming to an end because it needs to come to an end. Because the characters' abilities have already been tested in previous seasons. It is truly best that Money Heist concludes at its apex rather than dragging the show out for another season." He continued on to say, "It's the ideal time to do so. We can't squeeze the characters any longer. We've extracted everything we could pull from them, and I believe it's a really wise decision to call a halt at this point. I also believe that this is a way of rewarding the fans for their support. Even though we could have squeezed it in a little tighter, doing so would have increased the likelihood of everything falling apart. As a result, leaving at the top of our game is a gift we give to our fans." While we do have high hopes for the Money Heist Berlin, it was a good ride for the original Money Heist. Well, that's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to watch our video, Money Heist Season 5 Part 2, Ending Explained. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more episodes.